Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to this channel. That night, the dazzling lights of Shanghai couldn't hide the shift in the air. There was something more than just the sparkle of the stage lights, something more than the applause echoing in the grand hall where the Shanghai TV Festival was being held. Cameras were ready, the audience sat with anticipation, and stars walked the carpet with the kind of smiles they had practiced for years. But then came a moment that couldn't be planned. A moment born not from a script, but from the heart. Shu Kai walked slowly to the stage. His black suit was crisp, his expression calm, but his eyes held something hard to explain. In a matter of seconds, his name was called as the most influential international actor of the year. Cheers erupted. But it wasn't just the award that stirred the crowd. It was the camera that cut to a woman sitting gracefully in the front row. She smiled. Not a glamorous smile like the ones we often see on screen, but a gentle, sincere one. Under the light that shone on her elegant gown, her baby bump was clearly visible. She was pregnant. And for the first time, the world saw it openly. Tan Songyun, his wife, the soon-to-be mother of their child. Before that night, the public could only guess about their relationship. No photos, no statements, only whispers and speculation. But on that night, everything unfolded. Not through a press release, not through a viral post, but through one simple gesture that spoke volumes. Shu Kai stepped down from the stage and walked toward Tan Songyun. He reached out his hand and embraced her. Not a formal embrace for the media, but one that said, "This is my home." He kissed her forehead, held her hand tightly, and in that moment, introduced her to the world, not just as his wife, but as the future mother of their child. This couple, known for guarding their privacy fiercely, suddenly allowed a crack of light to shine through, and what the world saw was breathtaking. Shu Kai's acceptance speech felt different. He didn't talk at length about his career, or the pressures of the industry, or the fierce competition. He looked in one direction, toward Tan Songyun, and simply thanked her. He said her presence was his greatest strength, that their unborn child was now his biggest motivation to grow, to improve, and to become a better human being. The audience, who had risen to applaud his success, fell silent. No words were needed, because at that moment, love was unfolding before them in its truest form. Their photos quickly spread across the internet. Shu Kai holding his trophy in one hand, and Tan Songyun's hand in the other. His eyes weren't filled with pride from winning, but with peace, because he had something far more meaningful waiting for him beyond the stage. And Tan Songyun, her baby bump no longer hidden, stood tall and radiant. Her presence declared, "We are ready to start this new chapter together." Social media exploded with messages of congratulations. Hashtags like #Sukai Tan Songyun family and #Shanghai Love Baby began trending across platforms. Fans called it a double victory for Shu Kai. Not only had he achieved professional excellence, but he also embraced fatherhood with grace. The next morning, almost every entertainment headline was about them. It wasn't the trophy that drew the most attention, but the way he looked at her, the way she stood beside him, glowing not just as a star, but as a woman in love. Many said Tan Songyun was Shu Kai's lucky charm. She didn't just accompany him, she grounded him, gave him reason, and brought him back to the person behind the actor. Fans couldn't stop talking. They made video edits, combining past clips, from dating rumors, shared red carpet glances, to that unforgettable night. Soft music underscored the videos, turning their love story into a moving tribute. Brands quickly joined in. Some posted official congratulations, others offered new campaign deals, inspired by the image of a young, elegant celebrity family. But those who knew Shu Kai and Tan Songyun understood, this couple wasn't in it for the attention. They had shown the world that happiness doesn't need to be staged, it just needs to be real. Shu Kai returned to filming just a few days after. Something about him had changed. He seemed calmer, his smiles deeper. There was a new maturity in his aura. Not born from a trophy, but from something more powerful, a tiny heartbeat growing inside the woman he loved. Tan Songyun, meanwhile, withdrew from the public eye. She stopped posting, stopped attending events. She focused on rest, on peace, on the child she carried. But each time she did appear, whether buying baby items or walking in a park, her photos became instant headlines. Not for the outfit, but for the serenity she radiated. Letters from fans poured in. Some wrote poems, others sent baby gifts with handwritten notes. They called Shu Kai the ideal husband, not for his fame, but for the way he respected and loved his wife. Tan Songyun was praised as the most graceful celebrity mom of the year, not for her beauty, but for her quiet strength. They never held a press conference for their wedding, never announced it with flashy posts. And maybe that's what made their reveal at the awards so meaningful. No need for statements, just one embrace, one look, and the world understood. People whispered, "This is what love should be." Quiet, honest, unshakable. Now, with the birth of their first child just around the corner, the public waits patiently. Not with demands, but with warmth. They are waiting not because they are curious, but because they care. Hello, drama lovers. This story isn't over yet. What will happen when Shu Kai holds his baby for the first time? Will Tan Songyun return to the screen as a mother? Or will they choose to raise their child far from the spotlight? So many questions remain. But one thing is certain. This story has touched countless hearts. Not because it was sensational, but because it was sincere. Not because it was scripted, but because it was real. We will continue following their journey. Because more than just stars, Shu Kai and Tan Songyun have become something greater, a symbol of love that is mature, grounded, and quietly powerful. That's all for now, drama lovers. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe that love and career can truly go hand in hand, just like their story shows us? We'll be back with the next chapter in this heartwarming journey. Until next time.